Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this day or night. So this is going to be a general reading for Scorpio, but it can cover areas of love, health, work, all those good things, and money, of course. That goes kind of in the work category. But yeah, so we're going to get into your reading here in just a moment. I've shuffled all of your cards and pulled them ahead of time here, Scorpio. So after we just do a couple quick announcements, we'll get into it. And after the live, I will post to a timestamp in the description box below if you want to just skip ahead to the tarot reading. So yeah, I also wanted to say that all the readings that I do are timeless. So for instance, for some of you guys, the original title says September 1st through the 16th, but it also could be that it takes time for things to manifest or things have already happened. So it could go 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, a year in the past, a year in the future. Sorry, I'm trying to set my timer and it's okay. There we go. It wasn't working for a second. What else? Also, I take one photo at the end of all the cards in case you want to see it later while you watch or listen if you're not watching the live, or just look at the photo up close more in detail later. So all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to get the photo if you want. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. This reading may resonate for you, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus sign Scorpio, as we all have all 12 signs throughout our zodiac sign, throughout our birth chart, all 12 zodiac signs throughout our birth chart in different places. So that's why I always encourage everybody, if you haven't already done so, get a free birth chart online. Even if you don't know your exact birth time, you can find out your other placements. So that's why, depending on what's going on in your life, you might resonate more with your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign. Okay, so always keep that in mind as well. And yes, I am going to be moving, guys, in like 2 weeks or so. So you will start to see more boxes. And I'm going to try to maybe do some videos, while I'm driving to my new place or while I'm unpacking or even cleansing my new area. Thanks to Maria. Shout out to Maria. Hey, girl. So I'll try to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to do it live, depending on my Wi-Fi situation, but I will definitely, if I can't do it on the Wi-Fi, I'll do it with my camera and then upload it later. So anyway, thank you guys as always for your patience and everything. So let's go over a couple of these quick astrology notes and then get on to your reading here, Scorpio. So we have some astrology notes that's general for everybody during this time frame, okay? So September 1st through the 16th. All right, so on September 6th, there is a new moon in Virgo, 14 degrees in Virgo. So some people like to do certain manifestations or magic during a new moon or even a full moon. But I say it, I say normally to do it anytime. The intention is always the most important, okay? But since we talk about astrological transits and planets, we also talk about and mention what's going on with the moon, okay? All right, so then on September 10th, Venus, which covers love, money, and assets, is going to be entering into water sign Scorpio. That's you, okay? So could be definitely a particular note at this time. It can be a couple of days before the 10th, a couple of days after, months, weeks. It really just depends on everybody. All right, so basically, in the beginning of the video, or if you've watched me before, you know that when I talk about watching your Venus sign for matters of love and money and assets, that's what I'm talking about. So you could be a sun sign Scorpio, a moon sign Scorpio, a rising Scorpio, but your Venus could be in definitely another zodiac sign. So if your Venus is in Scorpio and you're Scorpio or have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, that is cool too. But so when this money and assets theme, mixes with the Scorpio energy, there could be a lot of changes going on around love or money, okay? It could be big changes, it could be small changes, but there would still possibly be hopefully some loyalty with that, okay? from your support system, whatever that may be. And then also there could be some secretive energy. There could be some occult stuff going on. Not everybody, right? It's general. You have to take it how it resonates. But also, a very Scorpios tend to be, or Scorpio energy tends to be very intuitive and creative as well. So that's about it for that. So we'll keep moving forward because I don't want to stay there too long. So then on September 13th, we have a first quarter moon. And then on September 14th, the last astrology note here is Mars is going to be entering into air sign Libra. So Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? The first zodiac sign. And so, it's more commonly known for its depiction, Mars energy of anger and frustrations, like the Greek god of war. But it also, because it rules Aries, has a more positive side of Aries energy. So it can be dynamic energy, leadership, again, creativity, passion, all of those things. Okay. But anyway, when this Mars energy, however it's showing up for you at this time, it's going to be entering into Libra. So there could be more balance themes there. There could be more justice that you're seeking or other people are seeking. And there could also be, some issues around beauty. What does beauty mean to you? What does it mean to them? Okay. So that is pretty much all the astrology notes. It's shorter this series around, but it really just depends on what the universe, the universe has in store for us. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, I'm going to do a little sound bell here for some general healing and grounding for the reading. So just be warned, sometimes it does get loud. I don't know how loud it is for you guys when you're just watching regularly or even with headphones, but I'm trying to remember to warn people. So anyway, if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever. You can just listen to. All right, Scorpio. Sometimes I do the sound bell better than others, but you know what? It does what it's supposed to do. So sometimes we're not perfect, right? Anyway, I'm not a musician, so I'm sure if I had those qualities, I would be able to play the sound bell better. But anyway, let's get into your reading here, Scorpio. So if you're new, first of all, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Both are important. I always start with the main 6 cards here in the center, and then we kind of go outwards to your tarot confirmation cards, and then we also talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, depending on where my spirit guides tell me. So, it tends to be in different places. So I'm going to go ahead and call your cards out here in the main 6, and then we'll get started. Okay. So you have the Lovers in the reverse position, the Empress right side up, 7 of Staves, also known as 7 of Wands, right side up, 7 of Sacred Circles in reverse, or 7 of Pentacles in reverse, King of Cups right side up, and the Devil right side up. All right. So Scorpio, we're starting off here your energy with, and again, if this isn't you, Scorpio, it could be the person or people you're dealing with, the organizations, your general situation, environment. Okay, so always keep that in mind as well. But we're starting off with the Lovers in reverse. Okay, this can be picking up energy a little bit from the recent past. Okay, and what is recent past? You have to ask yourself that. It could be a couple of days ago, hours, weeks, months, years, okay, etc. So take it how it resonates for you. But there is some type of union that isn't in balance, okay? So it could also be that if there is some type of union that is at the forefront right now for you, whether it's romantic or work related or platonic with friends or family, or even a union of different parts of yourself, there seems to be a lack of like a higher vibrational love, okay, or it's just not an equal give and take, okay. There could also be something going on here with the masculine and feminine energies as well, okay, because normally when it's right side up, it's the man and the woman, not that men are necessarily masculine, right? We all have both inside of us, okay. So we're not talking about gender, just like the metaphors in the card, okay. But you know this, we'll find out more as the reading goes along, kind of why this might be showing up here. But you also have some really good cards, so I wouldn't be too upset when you see that right out of the gate or the start of your reading here, okay? Because here you have your second card, the Empress in the right side up position. This is a beautiful card that talks about creativity, feminine energy, okay? Again, whether you're masculine or feminine, but it's about planting the seeds for the future, okay? So since she's pregnant in this card, right, she hasn't given birth yet, but something's coming, okay? And also, she has her emotions in control with the waterfall in the background. She's supported by sitting on this throne that she's on. And also, the Empress is known as like the businesswoman of the tarot. Okay, so it's very like boss-like energy. Again, you don't have to be a woman; you can be a man and still obviously resonate with this energy. Just how the card is shown here. Okay, but really positive energy and forward momentum with this card, which is nice to see. All right. And this is also your first row is energy starting around September 1st. Could be a little bit before, a little bit after, going through that first week of September and weekend of September. And the second row is the same thing. The second week and weekend of September, a little bit before, a little bit after. I can't remember if I said that before earlier. Okay. So, that first card that you had with the lovers in reverse, it could have just been a little bump in the road, a reminder about something. But then going through that rest of that week, you have some really nice other energy going on here. All right. And we can see that too here with the Seven of Staves, also known as the Seven of Wands in the right side up position. So this talks about spiritual initiations, okay? Being open to the universe and ready to receive. You can see the small person in the center of the card praying to these kind of like Egyptian-like statues, but their arms are ready and open to receive something here, okay? So it's also about spiritual growth, right? And moving forward, okay? So this could be your energy again, Scorpio, or someone around you or that you're dealing with. But it's very nice energy, okay? So hopefully it is you, all right? Now, going forward here, we have a little bit of a blockage here. Okay, no big deal because you still have good cards, right? Like I was saying earlier. But something is going on here in that second week of September with the Seven of Sacred Circles, also known as the Seven of Pentacles, in the reverse position, okay? So this could talk about need for better planning with something, or a plan maybe being put on hold at this time. And this also is a card of evaluations, right? So when the card's right side up, you see this Native American depiction of almost like a Thanksgiving scene or planning for the winter to have enough food, that kind of thing, okay? But it's in the reverse. So if it is about an evaluation, maybe an evaluation you had of yourself or others wasn't correct, okay, or vice versa, all right? But it's really asking you to take a look at what needs to be done to kind of get this in the right side up position. So actually, before we move forward, this is where my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top of the bottom of your first deck here, the one we're using in the mean six, okay? And when we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is energy from the recent past. You can ask yourself that, what is recent past for you? But we're talking about these two cards in relation to the Seven of Sacred Circles in the reverse. Okay, so on the top of the deck, you have the King of Swords in reverse from past energy. and then you have the Fool in the right side up position. So this could be saying for some of you guys that in the recent past, there was something that was really confusing you. You were like worrying a lot, having anxiety perhaps about something. Your emotions were possibly getting out of control, or again, if it's not you, it could be the person you're dealing with or your general environment situation, okay? When the sword is in the reverse here, all right? But with the Fool card here, the Fool card talks about taking a leap of faith, okay? Also, asking yourself, do you care how other people see you, and how do you see yourself with the mirror in the background of this Fool card, the way it's shown in this deck with the tarot reader in front, and then behind her is the mirror. So bringing up any issues of ego and identity, okay? So when we talk about these two cards along with the Seven of Sacred Circles in the reverse, okay, this could be why it's in the reverse, because maybe the person that was a little bit confused is still trying to get their emotions in control and come out of that confusion and balance their mental with their physical body and spiritual body. Okay. And maybe they're also still, in the beginning stages of making a leap of faith. Okay. Or also dealing with issues of ego and identity. And that's perhaps why this is in the reverse. Okay. But like I said before, don't get too upset when something is in reverse. Sometimes it's good when it's in reverse, but also if it's not, it's a reminder, and there's usually other good things happening. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. All right, and then moving forward here, Scorpio, your fifth card is the King of Cups in the right side up position. Okay, he is a king, right? He is the master of his domain. He again has a lot of support around him. He has all the tools he needs to manifest or accomplish things. But most importantly, the cups in the tarot represent the emotions, okay? What makes you happy, emotional fulfilled, all of those things. What's your priorities, okay? So his cup is in the right side up position. So that is also good, okay? So like I said before, this Seven of Sacred Circles energy doesn't last too long. And then you have the King of Cups, all right? So it could also be that you are reevaluating. Like I said, this is an evaluation card with the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, it is Seven of Pentacles in other decks, or Seven of Sacred Circles here. Reevaluating what your priorities are, what makes you happy, those kind of things. So then you can move forward. But maybe you have to slow down a little bit here first. Okay, now going forward again. Your sixth card here is the Devil in the right side up position. All right, so this is some Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with the Capricorn, or you could have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, or they could, or it can mean nothing at all. We have the Lovers in reverse is Gemini energy at the beginning of the reading. You also have the Empress, which is Libra energy, Gemini energy again with the Fool, and some Leo energy with the Strength card that we'll talk about later. So those are the signs I see just in the major arcanas. But if you're familiar with tarot, or you want to be, you can also look up the other ones when you check out the photo later if you want to. But anyway, back to this card here, Scorpio. This is not a card to be scared about, and it's not saying that Capricorns are the devil, okay? So let me just say that too, okay? But this is a card that talks about some kind of addiction or animalistic side is out of balance. It could be you yourself versus you dealing with general environment here, okay? There also is a little bit of some self-sabotaging energy here as well to be on the lookout for, okay? With, again, you yourself or other people. But normally in other decks, when you see this card, there's like a little opening of their chain that's around their neck, okay? So that's like making it a choice, right? It's always, everything in life is always a choice. Even if we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, right? So this is just a reminder energy here to just make sure that you try to be balanced in yourself and in how you interact with others as much as you can. But like I said, we'll know more as we go through the confirmation cards too. So actually, before we do that, it's right here in front of me, and I got distracted by something. We're going to talk about, with the Devil card, what's on the top and the bottom of your other deck here. This is the Llewellyn deck, the one with the yellow border. Anyway, this is again past energy, why certain cards have come up. Okay, so in the recent past, you have Five of Pentacles upright, and then you have the Knight of Cups upright. Okay, so the reason why there could be some imbalances here or self-sabotaging energy was because somebody in the recent past was feeling left out in the cold, okay? Was really going within to find out, hopefully, that they are their own last refuge. And at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, you can really only rely on yourself, like in certain things, okay? So I really feel that energy with the Five of Pentacles here, okay? But then despite that energy too, you also have the Knight of Cups moving forward for momentum on the horse, galloping, getting control of the emotions with the water that's underneath the horse here, okay? And there's also a lot of growth and peaceful energy. So it's like a balancing between, you could look at it too as like masculine and feminine energy, like we talked about in the beginning of the reading with the Lovers in reverse. It could also be balancing your expectations of others and how much power you give away to others of yourself, okay? And then, being very, again, because when we talk about cups here, the Knight of Cups being vocal and in your energetic body, and also just all the different ways that you can do it, about what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, and what your priorities are. So this could be, kind of why we have this Devil energy, maybe towards the end of that second week or even second weekend of September. All right. So now we'll get into your confirmation cards here, Scorpio. So I'll call them out and then we'll go in order here. Just put these underneath. All right. So we have Seven of Cups right side up, King of Wands right side up, and excuse me. Normally I do only 3 confirmation cards, but this time you have 4 because Spirit wanted it, so I took it. So your third confirmation card is Queen of Wands right side up, and your fourth confirmation card is the Strength card in the right side up position. So we'll go in order here. Now with this Seven of Cups in the right side up position, this is again energy from the recent past. The first 2 confirmation cards are always past energy. So in the past, somebody possibly had a lot of options. They weren't sure what to do. This is like an observational energy, not necessarily an action energy. It could also be like window shopping, for options, and just kind of like not sure which cup to take, right? So in each cup in this card, the way it's shown, there's a different thing and everything. There's a different item there's a dragon, there's a reef, there's a crown, there's a castle, there's a snake, there's a dove, and there's a heart. Okay, so the other thing about this card too, it's not all bad or all, nothing is all bad or all good, right? But there is this dark night of the soul energy, and there is like a transformation just around the corner, and you can really see that with like the butterflies coming out of her hands at the bottom, if you can see that there, okay? So anyway, when this Seven of Cups is coming in here and it's confirming the Lovers in reverse and the Seven of Sacred Circles in reverse, it could be that this union in the beginning of your reading that was out of balance, right, or wasn't in the higher vibrational frequencies of love, whether it's romantic, platonic, or even self-love, okay, it could be because somebody was having a lot of options, was trying to take a moment to decide what the best decision to make, and also was going through some dark night of the soul energy right before a transformation. All right, and then with the Seven of Sacred Circles in reverse, with the Seven of Cups upright, it could be that some plan was put on hold, or just planning in general for the future didn't happen, or was just put on hold, or an evaluation of yourself or evaluation of others, or vice versa, was put on hold or wasn't well received, however you want to take it there. Sorry, I'm turning this down. And that was because, again, somebody was doing some soul searching, trying to figure out their options, and maybe even looking for some advice from others in the universe on what the next decision they want to make. Okay. All right. And then going forward, your second confirmation card, the King of Wands here in the right side up position. This guy is very confident. He's an older gentleman, right? He's sitting on his throne. He's got his wand, okay? And really small right next to him, there's a chameleon or a lizard, okay? And so it's funny that we just talked about the dark night of the soul with the Seven of Cups here. And again, this energy is past energy too. Could be yours or someone else's of the environment, right? But they talk about the chameleon during a trial by fire. There's like some story where the chameleon is actually, black originally, and then he goes through the fire and he comes out white, and everyone's like shocked. Okay, but also when we think of chameleons, we think of changing your color to adapt to your environment. So that's a quality that the King of Wands has as well. Okay, so this could have been, again, your energy or someone around you, but however you see it, all right, it's coming in here and it's confirming the Empress in the right side up position and the King of Cups in the right side up position, all right? And so this is basically saying the more here, Scorpio, that you, the other person, okay, can get into this energy of the King, of being supported, of having courage to make difficult decisions, of adapting to your environments. It's going to make you more abundant in the future, help you plant those seeds for the future, right? With her being pregnant, be more creative, be more in control of your emotions here. And then also with the King of Cups, clarifying what makes you happy and what your priorities are, okay? So really nice. And I also wanted to say that you have actually in your reading here, Scorpio, you have the Empress, you have the King of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands, you also had, what else am I thinking of? Another king, but that one was reversed, so I won't count that one. But basically you have 1, 2, 3. I felt like there was another one, but maybe I'm tripping. But 3 is still a lot, okay? So you have 3 cards. Even though the Empress isn't necessarily a queen, she is pretty high up there. I mean, some people still consider her a queen, okay? There's a lot of like royalty energy here in your reading. There's also just this energy of taking on a lot of responsibility and being like, confident and comfortable in your own skin. Okay, so we'll get into it more, but that's just one thing I wanted to say really quickly. All right, so moving forward here, your fourth confirmation card is the Queen of Wands, and you have both the King and the Queen, like the complementary energy. Okay, so that's really cool too. So this one, the King of Wands, is past energy, and the third confirmation card, and even the fourth here, is a combination of past and future, but it's more on the future side. Okay, and so this is an energy of all those things we just talked about with the royalty here, but also she's holding the sunflower here. So that's the flower that comes from the sun card. So it represents enlightenment, spiritual downloads, aha moments. I finally understand something. Okay, all of those things that you would potentially see in the sun card, but also with the tower, because it talks about the crown chakra, like the tower card in the tarot. Okay, and then you think about it, the crown chakra or the crown is like, I think it's a Spanish or Latin word that talks about the top of your head, right? That's why we call it the crown. Okay, and then she's literally royalty, so she's already got her crown, so she's got like a double crown if we think about it. All right. But when this Queen of Wands is coming in here and she's confirming the Seven of Staves and the Devil right side up, okay, this is basically saying here, Scorpio, the more that you can embrace your enlightenment, your aha moments, your spiritual downloads, or the youthful energy of also the sun, or just taking in all of those changes that are going on, enlightenment in your brain or someone else's brain or their way of thinking, right? This can get you into this more spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, slowly stacking your abundance here too, okay, with the Seven of Staves or the Seven of Wands upright. Now, when this Queen of Wands is confirming the devil, when we were talking about a little bit earlier about how we all have masculine and feminine and energies inside of us, right? The king or the queen, okay, since you had two other kings, the King of Cups and the King of Wands here, they have to have their animalistic side in control, their addictions, if there are any addictions, in control when they're in public or in general. Okay, hopefully it's in general, right? But everybody has moments, okay? Because people look up to them and they have these responsibilities that we're talking about, okay? But also the king and queen energy and the royalty of even the Empress card here is that they don't self-sabotage, right? Like the Empress is definitely, if she's the businesswoman of the tarot, she's not going to self-sabotage over here. No way, okay? So I think it's just a little reminder here, Scorpio. All right. Now going forward, let me just put these back here. Your last confirmation card, right, which is following the Queen of Wands right side up, is the Strength card, and that was that Leo energy I mentioned briefly earlier too. You could be dealing with the Leo or have a lot of Leo in your chart, or they could, or it can be nothing at all, okay? But this is talking about inner strength, not just outside strength, how it's depicted in the card with this guy, coming off of his horse, charging forward, and there's a wild boar down here. It looks like they're hunting or something, okay, right? But it's about, the inner strength and also taming things within. And so when you put it kind of, again, the fourth card is confirming the other two cards that were already confirmed. It's like a double confirm, okay? But when you look at the Strength card here with the spiritual growth, spiritual ascension, spiritual rituals, right? Asking the universe to receive with the Seven of Wands or Seven of Staves upright, it kind of is like, yes, you can do this. You have the strength to do it, okay? Because those aren't easy things to start or go through or even finish, okay? And then with the Strength card here confirming the devil, it's like you can be stronger than this. You can get your addictions in check if there are any, and if there's any self-sabotaging energy, you can also get that in check, okay? Because you can carry, sorry, not Harry, but you can carry the burdens that you've been given, and you can also always ask for help, because that's what people do, even in high positions of authority or power or royalty. All right, so with all that being said, because I know I'm like almost at the end here with the timer anyway, let's get into some lighter oracle cards for you before you go. But pretty good reading though with the tarot. Just want to say that again. So hopefully feel free to always let me know, guys, in the comments down below if you want to, if this resonated for you, or if you just wanted to say hi. All right, so your first oracle card, yes, is the Chest Queen, and it talks about trust and strategizing. What were we talking about with the trust before? Well, that would definitely be a past energy. Remember, in the recent past, you had the Fool in the right side up position, leap of faith, trust in yourself, looking in the mirror, okay? So you could take that as the trust right here. I mean, there's definitely other things we talked about that involve trust, but that's the first one I can think of. And then with strategizing, yeah, I mean, that is all that royalty energy. I mean, you have two kings, a queen. Let's see if I can hold all of this, and an empress. So technically another queen, kind of. Okay, they all strategize, right? Where to move the chess piece next. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Let's just put these back the way they were. Okay. So your second oracle card is your love oracle message. Whether you're watching for romantic reasons or, yes, thank you, platonic, or for platonic love with friends and family, or even self-love, okay? Your romantic, why do I keep saying that? Maybe it's really romantic for you guys. I don't know. Your love oracle message is love yourself first, Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. All right. So that could be a particular message for some of you guys at this time. And again, if it's not romantic, you can still do the same, take the same message with friends or family. If you love yourself first, you're going to be able to enjoy other people's company more and vice versa. And of course, if it's self-love, then it's kind of self-explanatory here. All right. Okay. And then your last oracle message we're going to talk about really quickly, and there is a quick meditation. It's not as long as some of the other ones have been. So, but anyway, your oracle card here from the Sacred Rebels oracle deck, okay, is in the world, not of it. And you see this beautiful woman swimming who looks kind of like a mermaid or something. And there's all these fish around her. Look how pretty that is. All right, so I'm just going to read you this little thing really quickly before you go. All right, so it says, imagine you're running naked into a sea, ocean, river, or waterfall. Be cleansed. Feel it happening. Be with it and enjoy the sensation of it. Feel free of any weight that you no longer need, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. Let go on all levels. When you're ready, just open your eyes and rest for a few moments before going back into your day or evening. All right, so that is the really little quick meditation here. If you want to look up the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck and type in card number 34 or in the world, not of it, you can get like a whole nother 2 pages of info, but it's too long to read here. So I just try to do the quick little meditation there. So yeah, that is your reading here, Scorpio. So thank you so much, guys, as always, for your likes, for your shares, for your subscriptions. I really appreciate it, and it does help the channel. If you like this video, it does help circulate it, and let me know too if you're too shy to comment or don't want to comment, which is totally fine. It just lets me know that it is resonating with you too. And what else? Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, it is free. It's just like following on Instagram or Facebook, so it notifies you when I put out new videos. So you can click on the bottom bell icon and just make sure that it's blue and it's active, and they'll notify you when I put out new videos. And then also too, if you want to get a photo, one photo of all the cards here again, you can do that by clicking in the description box below and just follow the instructions there. All right, so thank you guys so much. I'm going to take a quick break and then hopefully be back in a little while with Sagittarius. So you guys take care, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.